Hidden behind a veil of secrecy and surrounded by global intrigue, North Korea stands as a nation unlike any other on the world stage. At the heart of its tales of power, propaganda, and nuclear ambitions is a single figure, Kim Jong-un. But who really is the man behind the title of supreme leader? How has his past shaped the present and future of North Korea? Today, we delve into the life of Kim Jong-un, from his mysterious childhood to his ascent as one of the world's most controversial leaders. We'll explore his strategies, his personal life, and the legacy he is crafting. A legacy that impacts not only the North Korean people, but the entire global community. Join us as we uncover the story behind the power, the persona, and the paradox that is Kim Jong-un. This is not just a tale of a leader, but a profound look at a nation under his rule and the international reverberations of his decisions. In a land shrouded in secrecy and ruled by a powerful dynasty, Kim Jong-un's story intriguingly begins not in North Korea, but in the serene landscapes of Switzerland. Born into a lineage of leaders who have shaped North Korea's destiny, Kim Jong-un's early years are both fascinating and enigmatic. Imagine a young boy, known by the pseudonym Pak Un, walking through the halls of a Swiss public school. This boy, who loved basketball and admired Michael Jordan, Pak was none other than the future leader of North Korea. His classmates remember him as a quiet, competitive youngster, deeply passionate about basketball, yet fiercely private about his personal life. This blend of an ordinary childhood under extraordinary circumstances paints a complex picture of a leader in the making. The Kim dynasty, initiated by his grandfather Kim Il-sung, the revered founder of North Korea, and carried forward by his father Kim Jong-il, established a legacy combining tradition and absolute authority. Each generation added its own legend and legacy, with Kim Jong-un set to inherit not just a nation, but a narrative steeped in both reverence and fear. Back in Switzerland, Pak Un was learning more than just academics and sports. He was gaining a perspective of the Western world, an experience that would later significantly influence his policies and leadership style. Yet, those school corridors in Switzerland were worlds apart from the grand but isolated compounds of Pyongyang, where his destiny awaited. A destiny that would see him return to North Korea, fully aware of the immense responsibility and legacy he was expected to uphold. As we leave the peaceful landscapes of Switzerland behind and return to the austere and secretive confines of North Korea, the story of Kim Jong-un takes a pivotal turn. The young man who once roamed the schoolyards of Europe is now stepping into a role shaped by decades of his family's rule. The stage was set for a transition that would mark one of the most significant shifts in North Korean history. Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un's father, was known for his authoritarian leadership style, underpinned by a strong military presence and a cult of personality. In the early 2000s, as Kim Jong-il's health began to decline, the gears of succession slowly started to turn. It was during this time that Kim Jong-un was quietly being groomed to take over the reins of power. From military parades to strategic public appearances, each step was meticulously planned to prepare him for the leadership role he was destined to fill. The world first caught a glimpse of this succession plan during a rare party conference in 2010, where Kim Jong-un was made a four-star general, a clear signal of his ascent. But it wasn't just about military rank. It was about securing the loyalty of the party's elite and the military brass. In a regime where power is often contested behind the scenes, securing this loyalty was crucial for a smooth transition. Then, in December 2011, the inevitable happened. Kim Jong-il passed away, and the young Kim Jong-un stepped into the spotlight as North Korea's new leader. The world watched closely as he began to consolidate his power. He quickly made his mark by promoting younger officials who were loyal to him and initiating a brutal purge of senior military and party officials who could pose a threat to his rule. This consolidation of power was not just about eliminating threats. It was about establishing a new era under his rule, one that would continue the legacy of his father and grandfather, but also potentially introduce new dynamics into North Korean politics. With the stage set and the world's eyes fixed on him, Kim Jong-un began to shape his regime with a blend of tradition and innovation. Stepping out from the shadows of his father and grandfather, he started to imprint his own version of leadership on North Korea. Domestically, Kim Jong un's approach has been twofold. On one hand, he has continued the legacy of his predecessors by maintaining tight control over the populace, using propaganda to enhance his image as a benevolent and omnipotent leader. On the other hand, he has made tentative steps towards economic reform, attempting to modernize the economy without loosening the regime's grip. A pivotal element of Kim Jong un's rule has been the relentless pursuit of nuclear capabilities. The missile launches and nuclear tests were not just demonstrations of military might, but also powerful statements to the international community. Under his command, North Korea has sought to establish itself as a nuclear power, which Kim believes is essential to the survival and sovereignty of his regime. However, it's not just through military might that Kim Jong un has sought to craft his image. At home, he is portrayed as a more approachable and relatable leader than his father, often seen smiling, interacting with children, and attending public events. This carefully curated public persona is broadcast across the country, aiming to foster a sense of national pride and loyalty among the North Korean people. Internationally, Kim Jong un's leadership has been marked by a complex web of relations. His meetings with global leaders, particularly the unprecedented summits with former U.S. President Donald Trump, have been strategic in attempting to reshape North Korea's global image and negotiate sanctions relief, all while maintaining his nuclear ambitions. Through these actions, Kim Jong un has navigated the tightrope of maintaining the status quo and signaling potential openings for change. Each step is calculated to reinforce his power at home while engaging with the global community on his terms. As the third supreme leader of North Korea, Kim Jong un has inherited not only a complex legacy, but also the delicate balance of international relationships that come with it. His tenure has been marked by a series of high-stakes maneuvers on the world stage, each reflecting his strategic approach to diplomacy and survival. One of the most significant aspects of Kim's international strategy has been his relationship with South Korea. The Korean Peninsula, split between North and South, has experienced decades of tension. Yet under Kim's rule, there have been moments of unprecedented outreach, including the 2018 Inter-Korean Summit, where Kim Jong un crossed the demilitarized zone to shake hands with South Korean President Moon Jae-in. These gestures of diplomacy, however, sharply contrast with his continued military demonstrations. Kim's dual approach, extending a hand in peace while simultaneously brandishing the nuclear sword, has kept neighbors and adversaries alike on edge, uncertain of his true intentions. His engagements with the United States have been equally dramatic. The summits with Donald Trump marked the first time a sitting U.S. president had met with a North Korean leader. These meetings, aimed at denuclearization talks and easing economic sanctions, brought hope of a thaw in relations. Yet they yielded few concrete results, underscoring the complexities of negotiating with a regime that sees nuclear capability as essential to its survival. Relations with other key nations like China and Russia are also pivotal. China, as North Korea's main ally and economic lifeline, plays a critical role in Kim's international strategy. Kim's occasional meetings with Chinese President Xi Jinping highlight a mutual dependence. North Korea's need for economic support and China's interest in maintaining stability on its border. Throughout his international dealings, Kim Jong un has demonstrated a keen awareness of the geopolitical landscape, using diplomacy, military displays, and personal charisma to navigate the complex web of international politics. Whether these efforts will lead to lasting peace or continue the cycle of tension remains one of the most watched questions in global affairs. As we've explored Kim Jong un's leadership style and international maneuvers, it's crucial to also consider the personal aspects and controversies that define his regime. Despite his attempts to portray a more accessible image, Kim's leadership is marred by grave concerns over human rights abuses and his secretive personal life. Internationally, North Korea is often criticized for its dire human rights record. Reports from defectors and international organizations describe harsh conditions in labor camps and severe restrictions on personal freedoms. Kim Jong un's government has been accused of using these methods to maintain control, fostering an atmosphere of fear and submission. Turning to his personal life, much of what we know about Kim Jong-un is carefully curated by North Korea's state media. He is known to be married to Ri Sol-ju, and they are believed to have 3 children. However, details about his family are sparse, as personal matters are treated as state secrets. This secrecy extends even to his own health, which has been a subject of intense speculation and concern. Speculations about Kim's health peaked when he disappeared from public view for several weeks in 2020, sparking rumors about serious illness or surgery. These absences underscore the fragility of North Korean leadership, where even rumors can lead to global speculation about the regime's stability and succession plans. As we consider the future of North Korea under Kim Jong-un, we are left with a complex picture. His rule has been characterized by attempts at economic modernization and international diplomacy, yet overshadowed by oppressive governance and the looming threat of nuclear conflict. What lies ahead for Kim Jong-un and North Korea? Will there be a shift towards more openness and reform, or will the nation continue on its path of isolation and military confrontation? The answers to these questions remain as guarded as the life of the man himself. Through this exploration of Kim Jong-un's life, from his hidden childhood in Switzerland to his emergence as North Korea's supreme leader, we've seen a figure shaped by his lineage and distinct as a leader in his own right. His story is one of contradictions and complexities, marked by both unprecedented diplomatic engagement and adherence to the oppressive tactics of his predecessors. As North Korea continues under his rule, the international community remains watchful. Will Kim Jong-un's future actions lead to a more open and peaceful peninsula? Or will the shadow of nuclear ambitions and human rights violations continue to cast a long pall over his leadership? These questions not only affect the Korean peninsula, but also have profound implications for global peace and security. For the people of North Korea, the legacy of the Kim dynasty shapes every aspect of their lives. For the rest of the world, it is a continuous challenge to understand and anticipate the moves of a nation that, under Kim Jong-un, remains as unpredictable as it is fascinating. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the life and leadership of Kim Jong-un. As we watch history unfold, the story of North Korea under his rule will undoubtedly continue to be one of intrigue and international concern. If you found this exploration insightful, please like, comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more content. What aspect of North Korea's future are you most interested in? Let us know in the comments below.